curled my hair a couple days ago, and usually it lasts me a little while, but because it's been raining, you can see that the curls haven't really lasted, but it's okay. The way I used to approach vlogs before, I thought that they had to be planned out, the day had to be mapped out before I would pick up my camera and start filming. And I think that hindered me a lot of the time with just filming my day-to-day life, because I thought I have to have these certain things going on that day in order to be able to film and vlog and create an interesting video. But I have been seeing so many vlogs from so many cool creators, both large and small, that are sharing even the most mundane parts of their daily life, and it's so cozy and fun to watch, and it has just completely shifted my perspective on vlogs in general. I think there's a huge demand in the market right now for real, authentic content of people just living their lives and sharing their journey to whatever their goals are, just sharing even the boring parts of what they're up to. And I think it's extremely cool because not only are you able to connect with other people that are maybe your same age or live in your same city or are doing your same job or going after the same degree that you are, but you're also documenting your life for you to look back on in the future and see where you started, where you've gotten to. And so in that sense, I think vlogging is not only a really awesome way to build an audience on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, but it's also a great way to just document your life for yourself. So I am challenging myself to vlog more in 2025. I mentioned that in my last video, my 2025 reset, that I really want to vlog more this year. And in this video, I want to share some of the things that I have been implementing in order to actually help me do that. Clients aren't here yet, but got my flyers. Gonna put them in this folder. All good to go.
I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say, blew everybody away.
Showings went great. The second house that we saw was really cute. Might be a pretty strong contender. Now I'm going to head over to my office, or our brokerage office, and I am going to pick up my backpack that I have won. I suppose I could say that I won it. When you hit 6 transactions in a calendar year, there's always some sort of prize attached, which is really cool. And this year it is a very nice branded backpack, and it's been at the office for months and I have not picked it up, so I'm gonna go pick that up. So yeah, day's going great so far.
'Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no.
So the first thing that I am doing in order to help myself actually vlog more this year is simply not overthinking and just doing. Because what I've found is that the more I vlog, the more I film videos in general, the better I get at it, which sounds so obvious, but oftentimes what we want to do is we want to wait to film until we have everything perfectly planned and figured out, and we know exactly like what our shots are going to be and how we want to edit things. But in reality, you figure out your filming and your editing style by filming, by doing the process over and over and over again. And I can't tell you how many times I've been editing a video, especially when I'm editing vlogs, and I think, oh, this type of shot would have worked great here, or I should have talked about this in this part of the vlog. And so then when I'm filming the next one, I have that at the forefront of my mind and I'm able to continuously improve. So I just want to challenge myself and challenge you as well to simply film more, to talk to the camera more, so that I'm able to get back into that momentum and into that rhythm of filming and find my voice and my style again, and maybe create a new voice, a new style, because time has passed, I've changed, I've grown, and I kind of want to rediscover what this era of my life looks like when it comes to vlogging and filming. The other thing too is I really want to detach myself from caring a ton about what I look like or what I sound like on camera, because it is a very vulnerable thing to put yourself out there on the internet. And with vlogging especially, you know, you're trying to get all these angles, and as you're going about your day, you're not always gonna have your hair perfectly done or your makeup done or like the cutest outfit on. You're just kind of trying to get things done, and that can also often deter me from filming because I don't feel like I am quite camera ready most days. But I want to detach myself from that and not overthink too much on what my hair looks like or what my face looks like, if I look too tired, if I'm frizzy. I just want to film and not put too much emphasis on what I look like. Hi. Good, how are you doing? Could I get a decaf 8-ounce peppermint mocha? For here, please. The next thing that's helping me vlog more without feeling too overwhelmed is, and I have to read this off of my phone, but it is doing 3 to 5 10-second minimum B-roll shots per scene and 1 to 2 talking head shots around every other scene. So let me explain what I mean by that. When I refer to scenes, I'm talking about different activities that I'm doing throughout the day. So the showings, that's one scene. The coffee shop is another scene. Me cleaning is the third scene, or cooking or whatever. Each activity is a scene, and you don't have to be filming the entire time during that scene, or even most of the time. I think that's what deters a lot of people from vlogging, is they feel like they have to constantly have the camera going, or if not constantly, then for most of the day. But that's not true. So if I am going to the coffee shop, for example, I know that I want to get at least 3 to 5 10-second minimum shots. So it can be a 10-second shot of my drink, a 10-second shot of me writing in my planner, and it doesn't totally matter what those shots are. Obviously you want some variety in angle and filming yourself as well as your surroundings, but as long as you have a few 10-second minimum B-roll shots, you should be good to go. And if you do that for each scene or each activity, you should have plenty of footage by the time you're done. And the talking headshots don't have to be every single scene, because I think that gets a little bit tedious for the viewer when you are constantly talking. I think a really good mix of talking and action is what makes a successful vlog. So I personally don't opt for talking in every single scene. As long as I'm talking every other scene or every 2 scenes and relaying the message that I want to relay, I'm good to go. And you also don't need to verbally narrate everything you're doing or prepare the viewer that, oh, I'm about to go do this thing, I'm about to go do that thing. Sometimes you can, but other times you can just move on to the next scene. You don't have to be talking all the time. So that's why I don't opt for doing a talking head scene or talking head shot for every scene. Okay, now that I'm back home, let me actually do a little bump date, because I hit my 3rd trimester today. So this is where we're at. We're growing quite a bit. It's very exciting. My third tip for you, and something that's been really helpful for me as I've been vlogging, is to utilize both my phone and my camera. And if you don't have a camera yet, that's totally fine because you can just strictly vlog on your phone. I've watched some amazing videos by a creator named Hello Erica. She lived in Germany for a while, but I believe she just recently left there. And I haven't seen her most recent videos, but from the older videos that I saw, I believe she only vlogs on her phone, and her videos are so cool and so interesting. She has great voiceovers, is very engaging, so you really don't have to buy a camera right away. If you want to start vlogging, you can film so much on your phone, and the quality, especially on some of the newer smartphones, is just as fantastic. It's obviously not going to be on par with a camera, but it is more than good enough to vlog with. There are a lot of situations where whipping out a camera, even one that's quite small like mine, is just not very comfortable, not for you and not for the people around you. So like in my New Year's reset vlog when I was grocery shopping, I just filmed really simple shots on my iPhone as I was out and about, and it was quick because I had my phone on me. We almost always have our phones on us, so we can get footage at a moment's notice, and it's not as disruptive to our environment and doesn't make us feel as awkward. And when you're filming in public, when you're trying to quickly get footage and you don't have a ton of time to like set up a shot or really think through the way that you want to film things, that's totally fine. So whether you're using your camera or your phone, it's, I think, better to get the shot. Even if it's not perfect, even if the angle or the lighting isn't quite what you want, it's better to get the shot for that context, for the content, than it is to think that you shouldn't film unless you can get the perfect shot that looks really, really nice. Again, coming back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video, people are really drawn to authenticity. So if you've got kind of a wonky shot where you're thinking, man, I could have captured this a little bit better. For me as a viewer personally, I would rather see what the creator that I'm watching was doing, even if the shot isn't perfect, because I'm interested in the progression of their day or the activities that they're doing. And I'm fine with it if some of the shots aren't quite perfect, especially if they're on the go, because that is a sign of real and authentic footage. So if you've just got a phone, use your phone. If you've got both a phone and a camera, use both, because sometimes using a phone is a lot less disruptive and awkward, and it will actually allow you to get your shots no matter where you're at. Okay, I've been procrastinating a little bit, but I need to go ahead and start baking because tonight we are going to a New Year's Eve dinner, and it's not New Year's Eve, but the family dinner that we were supposed to have was postponed because a bunch of us got sick around that time. So we are doing it today, and I need to bring a dessert, and we have to leave in like an hour and a half, and I have not started. So let me go ahead and do that. Now, while I'm getting this base layer into the cake pan, I'm gonna talk to you about tip number 4, because I think it actually goes really well with what I'm doing right now, and that is to film the information that you might typically film in a sit-down video in a vlog style format. So as you're going about your day, as you're doing your activities, you're talking about the things that you might normally discuss during a sit-down video. So in my case, for today's video, I'm talking about tips on how to vlog more, and I'm also going about my day and doing the things that I would normally do if I wasn't filming. So I'm documenting my activities while also providing value to you in the form of tips that I might normally share as I'm sitting in my office downstairs. One of my favorite creators that comes to mind when I discuss this particular tip, because I've noticed her doing this a lot recently, is Katie Steckley. I've talked about her before on my channel. She posts a lot of videos with tips for content creators on YouTube and Instagram. And what she has started implementing is she will go on her daily coffee run or be in her van, because she does do van life as well. And so she'll do those things as she provides tips to her viewers on content creation, making YouTube videos, making Instagram reels, whatever the case may be, but she'll do that as she's going about her day. And I think that's a great idea, and I really like to watch videos like that myself because I think it combines two very popular forms of content, vlogging and sit-down videos, but I think it makes it a little bit more interesting and engaging to do them at the same time. And I think it also allows you to infuse a lot of your personality into your videos, whereas when you're doing sit-down videos, those are great and I don't intend on not doing those anymore. But when you're doing those, it definitely leans more towards tutorial type videos. Videos where you're strictly providing information and there's not a lot of room to kind of play around with those videos. So I think combining it with a vlog style format is a really cool idea and something that a lot of creators will be doing in this upcoming year. All right, this is what our base layer looks like. Very chocolatey. You can see kind of bits of hazelnut in there too. This is gonna go in the freezer while I work on the chocolatey ganache. Hopefully this avocado is ripe enough because if it's not, it will be very hard to blend. Looks pretty. Okay. Look at that green stuff. Now here comes the magic. Well, once I blend it, we add the cocoa powder. It all blended. It does not look green anymore. My fifth tip for you and for myself on how to easily vlog more is to lean into conflict resolution. Now, what I mean by this is a lot of the times as we're going about our day, when we have work, activities, different things going on, there's usually issues that come up that require us to solve them. And that can feel a little bit overwhelming as you're filming throughout the day because not only are you trying to film, but you're also trying to figure out how to solve whatever problem has come up. And that is one of the biggest things in the past that would deter me as well from filming, because I'll be going about my day with work and there's things that come up, there's phone calls and emails and problems and all kinds of things, even like small problems like running late to something. I felt like I shouldn't be showing that on the vlog. It should just be smooth sailing all throughout. You know, I go from one activity to the next and there's not a lot of obstacles along the way. I felt like that's what a successful vlog should look like. But that's actually not the case at all. I think that the key to a great vlog, and I'm still learning how to make great vlogs myself, but I think the key is to be able to tell a good story, and no good story lacks conflict. There's always some sort of mountain that the main character has to climb. There's always something that they have to figure out. And when you have stories where the main character just seems to have it all together, it's not really interesting to watch, it's not relatable, and there's nothing that's kind of keeping us excited waiting for a resolution, because it's just one thing after the other and it's boring. So as you're vlogging, if you run into some sort of hurdle throughout your day, whether it's large or small, lean into that, talk about it on camera, because it's fun to watch people encounter some sort of obstacle and then solve it. It's really satisfying. And that doesn't mean that you have to create conflict or problems out of thin air, but it just means that, again, no matter how large or small, just lean into the different things that you run into throughout your day and take your audience through it, walk them through it. Don't feel like it has to be perfect the entire time. I'm done curling my hair. I'm letting it cool down before I brush it out. But you know what? I've decided I'm not gonna put any makeup on because you know why? Because first of all, I'm tired. And second of all, I don't wanna have to wash it off when I come home. So bare face, but hair's done and I'm gonna smell great. This is my new signature scent. Last year, for my 25th birthday, I was telling my husband, I'm like, I need a new perfume to ring in this new era of my life, because I have this other perfume that he got me back when we were still dating that every time I smell it, it just reminds me of that time of my life, and I'm obsessed with that. And I was running so low on it, like there was barely anything left in there, and I needed a new one to ring in this new sort of chapter in my life, and this is that scent. I'm about to finish my cake, just gonna add some crushed hazelnuts on top for some garnish, but I wanted to show you some of my other things that I'm bringing, some hostess gifts, if you will. We've got peppermint creams from Trader Joe's. I'm obsessed with these. I love getting a bunch of boxes around the holidays, and some peanut brittle, also from Trader Joe's. So, almost ready to go. We just got home from our big family New Year's Eve dinner. It was such a good time. There was so much good food. I'm so full. Lots of amazing food, amazing conversation, and I just wanted to film a quick outro for you. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I hope that the tips I provided in it were helpful and that you feel inspired, motivated, and encouraged to film your own videos and vlogs. I truly think 2025 is going to be the year of the authentic vlog. I think this year is going to be huge for videos like that. So I'm excited to create videos like that of my own to share with you and to look back on myself. I'm just really looking forward to really finding my voice and my style this year, and I hope that you are too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon for a brand new video. Bye!